Skip Kerrigan here. I've spent my entire life, ever since I was a wee little boy, hunting the Bigfoot. My journey of the Bigfoot has taken me all over the world. I've been to Africa. I've been to Malaysia, Far East, Middle East, Europe, Antarctica even. Yes, the Bigfoot has been seen and spotted in Antarctica. Yes, I've been everywhere. And my journeys here today take me to this small little provincial town in the Ozarks. West Plains, Missouri, is it? On the campus of Missouri State University, where the Bigfoot has said to have been lurking in these woods around the greater West Plains metropolitan. I'm going to be interviewing some people today that seem quite credible. I know they have the right credentials and pedigree to have understood what they've seen when they see the Bigfoot. Good morning, Mr. Bates. How are you? Skip Kerrigan here.
I'm doing well, Skip. Yourself?
I am the Bigfoot investigator.
You know, you look just like somebody I know. No, you'd never wear a hat like that.
No. Well, this is how we wear it in the Scotland Highlands. Anyway, Mr. Bates, was it?
Yeah.
The reason we are here today, as we discussed over the phone, is twofold. One, I've never been to the Ozarks, and I love, so far, what I'm seeing. But the second and most impactful reason why I'm here is to look for the Bigfoot. And so I was told that you may have pertinent information about a Bigfoot sighting. That you would be willing to share.
I do. I was down there at the community garden, Skip.
I'll be taking notes.
Yes.
Carry on.
And tell you what, I was in the tomato patch out there. I was picking the tomatoes with my wife. It was a nice day. I looked off in the distance and I saw the Bigfoot.
You saw the Bigfoot?
The Bigfoot.
Okay.
My wife saw him too.
Oh my gosh. Is she here? Is she anywhere close?
No, she's not.
Okay. Wow. His wife's
Carrying a banjo, can you believe it?
Bigfoot plays the banjo.
With no teeth.
Oh my.
Big old long fingernails.
You've got to be kidding me.
Wears a hat.
This is the first time I'm hearing about this. The Bigfoot plays banjos. Wearing a hat, did you say?
With no teeth.
To block the sun, huh?
With no teeth.
Oh my gosh, he didn't have teeth? How can
teeth.
How can he?
I thought he was going to be more scary.
Okay. No teeth. Banjo playing.
You know what's even more interesting?
Yes, please.
He was wearing overalls.
The Bigfoot wears clothes. You don't say. This is the first time hearing of such a thing.
Hairy guy.
Harry. Yes, we've heard this before. Yeah. But the Bigfoot had on clothes. Wait a minute.
But no shoes.
He wasn't wearing shoes. Wait a minute. Let me go through my archives here. This is starting to be familiar. Wait a minute. Is this what you're referring to as the...
That's what I saw. That's what I saw. That's the Bigfoot. My wife saw him too.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
You know what's even more interesting though? He had really big feet.
Thank you. Mr. Bates, this has been a delightful afternoon. Thank you for your information. Skip Kerrigan out of here. Skip. Okay, this is Skip Kerrigan in the woods of the Ozarks in search of the Bigfoot. I am reliably told that Bigfoot lurks in these here woods. I am looking for the Bigfoot this morning. I am also dovetailing it with a little bit of fitness in the hopes that Bigfoot will recognize me and he will avail himself so that I can find him, study him, research him, and share his story, most importantly, with the world. Skip Kerrigan, no relationship to Nancy, I mind you, in search of the Bigfoot. And we out. Mrs. Peterson, good afternoon. How are you?
Hello, I'm better now.
Oh, thank you. Do you mind if I make myself a little?
Oh, please.
Thank you very much. Mrs. Peterson, as we discussed over the phone, and thank you for agreeing to meet with us this afternoon.
Of course.
I'm Skip Kerrigan, and no relationship to Nancy. I would like to just have you to please, for the sake of love, go over your Bigfoot sighting with me, and I hope it's a good one.
Well, I mean, I don't know how good it is, but it was terrifying. And I mean, children were screaming.
Oh my gosh.
People all around were yelling.
Her eyes are glassy. She's serious. We might have a real one yet.
I mean,
She's getting glassy-eyed.
It was, I can't even describe the sheer terror.
Was he horrifying?
Horrifying.
Oh my.
I'm better now. I am better now.
I'm just so glad you wouldn't hurt Miss Peterson.
There were nightmares. I mean, I still have nightmares. Yes. So it all started.
Shaking but not stood. She's shaking but not stood.
It was spring evening, and I walked into the West Plains Civic Center arena.
The Bigfoot.
Yes.
The Bigfoot was in the Civic Center.
In the Civic Center.
Oh, he's got culture, doesn't he?
And
he's got culture.
I don't know. I was just there to watch, an athletic event, and I walked in and I saw him. And again, children were running the other way.
Oh my gosh.
People were in the stands. They were all screaming.
We've got us a real sighting.
So he had a really big head.
Big head?
Yes,
Big
and big ears, almost like a bear, like a grizzly bear almost. And he was wearing like a uniform, like a basketball uniform, and his...
Wait a minute. Bigfoot was wearing a uniform?
Yeah. And he kind of looked like a grizzly bear.
Wait a minute.
Everyone was scared. I mean, like I said, people were yelling, and there were all these cheerleaders on the sidelines. They were yelling and
cheerleaders.
We were terrified.
Was this what you saw?
Oh yeah, that's him. That's the guy. Please put it away. I'm still having nightmares. One more thing I want you to know.
Miss Peterson, is there anything else you want to say about the Bigfoot sighting?
Yes. He had really, really big feet.
Boys, we've got a live one here. Let's get out of here. Here I am, Skip Kerrigan, in the middle of the Ozarks, in the middle of seemingly nowhere. I have found what some may regard as the Bigfoot. But me, the Bigfoot investigator, know the difference between a real and a fake Bigfoot. This is a fake Bigfoot. This is the fake Bigfoot. They have a thankful sign by the fake Bigfoot. I'm thankful that I know the difference between a real Bigfoot and a fugazi. This is a fugazi, and for that, I'm thankful. Skip Kerrigan, still hunting the Bigfoot, and I'm out. Good afternoon, Dr. Was it Lancaster?
Lancaster, yes.
Dr. Lancaster. I am Skip Kerrigan. No relationship to Nancy, of course. The reason, you know the reason why we're here. We discussed it over the phone, correct?
Correct. Something about Bigfoot.
Yes, I am the world-famous Bigfoot investigator extraordinaire. And I'm here, I was told that here in the Ozarks, there was several Bigfoot sightings, specifically around here in this area called West Plains, around this university.
Yes.
And can you describe for us who you are and what your function is here?
Oh, I am a professor of philosophy and have been for some time.
Yes.
And I'm also a NASA scientist.
Oh, a NASA scientist?
Yes, I have a T-shirt.
Oh, okay. Okay, please carry on. Go ahead.
And it holds weight. And So I've smelled Bigfoot.
He smelled it.
I have felt his presence.
Oh, you were that close there.
And I've seen him from afar.
He has seen the Bigfoot. He's very credible. As a scientist, he's credible. Okay, so describe what you saw about the Bigfoot.
Well, I guess it was he. It was a little difficult
Yes.
to tell, but he was very tall,
Yes.
hairy.
Yes, he is.
And it was with someone, which I thought was...
The Bigfoot has a companion? Oh, now you've got my interest. You've got my dander up now.
Nice-looking young man, sandy with blonde hair.
This was his accomplice, you said?
It was.
Oh.
Kind of whined a lot, seems like, and I was kind of hearing what they were talking about. And had a sort of a peasant cloak of some kind.
Peasant's cloak of some kind.
And he was carrying something, not a baseball bat. In fact, it glowed. It would seem to just like that.
Wait a minute. This is sounding eerily familiar. The Bigfoot. Describe the Bigfoot. This was the accomplice, correct?
Yes, yeah. He would.
I described the Bigfoot.
Hairy, very tall.
Yes, hairy and tall. That's the Bigfoot.
Didn't really make language. It was more like.
Yeah, he grunted. Yes, the Bigfoot does grunt.
It seemed like there was wasn't a sash. It was a metal something across his chest.
And I smell a rat. Yeah, I smell a rat. Let me see something here. Is this what you saw?
It is. That's him exactly.
Okay. I see where we're going here, Dr. Lancaster. Is there anything else you want to tell us about this Bigfoot sighting?
Well, he did have big feet.
You don't say.